Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to go ahead and review a fragrance that was released in the year of 2016. Just last year. It's a relatively new fragrance. It's from the house of Versace. We're talking about Versace Pour Homme Dylan Blue. Now this is the bottle and the box and presentation. You can see from the box is very simple. It just says Versace Pour Homme and then Dylan Blue on the side of it. And this looks just like the Versace bottles that are out there. The only difference with this one is obviously it's a dark colored blue and it's kind of got the gold cap at the top of this one. Now this is the 6.7 ounce. It's the biggest bottle that they sell of it. It's gonna and you know, they kind of scale down from there and go to 3.4 and then 1.7 as far as the bottle sizes go. Now this fragrance was sent to me from Notino, and I actually wanted to review this fragrance just because a couple of subscribers have come to me and basically said, hey, I want you to go ahead and review this fragrance just because we think it's a much better fragrance than the original Versace Pour Homme. So I was intrigued by it and I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and dive and look into the actual fragrance itself. So hence this review is here, and without any further ado, let's get right into the actual fragrance and the notes. Now, purchase-wise, if you want to purchase this fragrance, look down below. There's a link to Notino where you can purchase this for a cheap price, and that's pretty much it. As far as notes go for this fragrance, the notes on this fragrance are listed on screen. The biggest takeaway, if I'm to describe this fragrance simply, is, man, this definitely smells like a flanker of the original Versace Pour Homme. It's a very clean scent, it's a very sharp scent, but the main difference between the two, Versace Pour Homme and Dylan Blue, is this feels like it's got a sea kind of vibe to it. It's got a sea vibe to it. It still retains that sharpness that the original Versace Pour Homme had, but it has a nice sea, citrusy vibe to it, one that is very direct, it's very powerful, and at the same time, I think, very sexy. It's a very enjoyable fragrance that you throw it on. Personally, I think most people will like this. This is definitely a compliment getter. And even if you don't like it, I think there are other people who, when they smell it on you, will definitely enjoy it. This, to me, is one of a compliment getter that kind of flew under my radar. I'd heard about it, didn't really believe the stories, but it's there. If I'm to describe this fragrance, or not necessarily describe it, but if I'm to compare it to another fragrance, I really am thinking, well, the original Versace Pour Homme, I'm thinking Nautica Voyage, I'm thinking there's a couple of fragrances that it reminds me of. So it's not entirely unique in the way, but it does what it does really well. So when you initially spray it, you get a very nice citrusy, sharp vibe, and that fragrance and that kind of smell retains throughout the scent, throughout the life of the actual scent. Lots of citruses, sea notes, and just very beautiful on that particular aspect. All right. As far as the performance of the fragrance, I should know this is a good performing fragrance, but when you spray it on, the projection of this fragrance is really good. So what I mean by that is people are going to smell you 4 or 5 feet away easily. Now, after about 2 hours or so, you may think that the fragrance is gone. It's not. Sorry about that. The fragrance, it kind of retreats in itself and it becomes not necessarily a skin scent, but a closer scent. And that closer vibe retains throughout the scent, pretty much throughout the rest of the actual fragrance, which for me lasts easily 10, 12 hours. So this is a very good lasting fragrance. But if you're looking for a fragrance that's going to be projecting all that time, I don't think this is a fragrance that's going to run up your alley. So the projection, while not there, it's definitely not gone off your skin, but that projection kind of tones back. I think this is a great fragrance for any age group. This is one that you can wear at any time of the year, just like the original Versace Pour Homme. If you want a little bit more of a citrusy or sea vibe twist to it, I would throw this one on. Now, as far as occasion, you can get away with this fragrance for any occasion. I think this is a good, versatile, signature type scent that you can wear at any time. So whether it be, out to the club, whether it be to work, whether it be casual, you name it, you can throw this one on and you'll be good in almost any scenario that you think of. So it does really well in that regard as well. And compliments I touched upon, very good compliment getting fragrance. It's one that is definitely up there in terms of compliments. So if I'm going to go ahead and give this fragrance a rating, I give this fragrance a rating of 4.5 out of 5 stars. Now, there's a couple of reasons why it gets a really high rating. One, it's a very good smelling scent. Two, you can wear it almost anywhere, basically. It's a very good, very versatile, fragrance that you can wear in almost any scenario. Three, it has good performance. I noted the difference with the performance. Yeah, sure, it's going to come back to the skin, but at the end of the day, this is a good performing fragrance. A lot of fragrances that are in this vein, they don't tend to last. They tend to drop off my skin. This one does not drop off my skin. It tones back on projection, but it doesn't drop off on my skin. The prices for this fragrance are right. If it was retail prices that I've seen for this fragrance mostly around, I would not, I'd probably fall down to a 4 out of 5 stars, but for the prices that I'm seeing, it's just magnificent. I mean, you're seeing heavily discounted prices, and again, if you look down at Notino's site, you can definitely purchase this one for much cheaper than what you see at retail. So shop around and take a look at it, all right? So the only thing that I would kind of tail back on this fragrance and that I'm not giving it perfect regards is that it's not original at all. It's not original. You're not getting something magnificently great. I think this is a great all-around fragrance. It doesn't have to be new. It doesn't have to be something that I haven't completely smelled before. But, it loses some points for originality, which is pretty much the only area that it's going to lose points for, because it is a nice compliment getter as well, too. All right? So a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is a great fragrance to go ahead and look at and pick up. Let me know what your thoughts are on Versace's Dylan Blue. I'm curious. Now I'm going to go around and take a look at other reviewers' videos and see what they thought about this fragrance. But I think it's a great fragrance. All right? That's it. Thank you guys. Take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.